My name is Alex Swindler. I'm a recent graduate of the BYU Math Education Master's Program. I really strive to create what's called intellectual need when I am teaching math. This is the feeling that you get when you've grappled with some sort of problem. It doesn't have to be a math problem necessarily, but some sort of a problem that feels interesting to you and worthwhile and like you should be able to solve it, but there's just some piece of knowledge or something that you're missing that you would need to learn in order to finish solving the problem. And unfortunately, it's often missing from math classrooms. I think because students are just given the answers first. Here's a solution, and then let me give you a list of problems that feel pretty empty to you. And of course, students walk away feeling like the math that they used is never going to be useful to them. I'm a big fan of task-based learning because I prefer starting with a really rich and juicy and engaging problem and getting students wrestling with it and collaborating and trying stuff. And once they're at a point where they're like, oh man, I feel like we're so close, but we're missing something, I can then draw across their thinking and construct a new piece of math and hand it to them. And they want it because it's the solution to their problem. Honestly, in my experience as I've done this, it's done a lot for helping students to be actively engaged in the learning. They come away with a deeper understanding and a greater sense of ownership of the ideas, and they're better able to apply what they've learned in new situations. Assessment is another reason that I'm a big fan of task-based learning, because when I can get students thinking out loud on a really rich problem, it gives me tons of opportunities to collect like a real-time temperature on what students are thinking about and who's struggling and what they're struggling with. That allows me to make real-time adjustments to my instruction. I also think it's really crucial to keep monitoring data from homework and tests and quizzes. Like when I taught college algebra at BYU, I would often take the first 10 minutes of class to revisit a topic that the homework data from the previous assignment had revealed was a common point of struggle for students. When I plan lessons, I take time to think about what it means for students to understand the topic. And I also try to think about what that looks like for my students. It's important to me to try to remember that I'm not just teaching classes, I'm teaching individuals. And I try to anticipate some of the many ways that my students are going to think about the tasks that I'm assigning. I try to plan multiple ways that I could respond if I see that thinking show up in my students. I especially take time to consider any of my students that have unique needs or abilities and how they're going to respond. I prepare to make whatever adjustments are appropriate for them so that they can still access the task and so that I don't sacrifice their opportunity to engage and to think and to learn deeply.